Hi everyone, welcome back to yet another episode of Inspiration where we learn and unlearn in order to grow. So today joining us is a guest that will be inspiring us, motivating us and encouraging us with their story of transformation. Please welcome with me Mr. Shiv. Mr. Shiv, good to have you on the show.
Thank you so much, Esther, for having me here.
Yeah, so you can briefly introduce yourself so that the viewers can get to know you more.
Hi everyone, my name is Shiv Nediara Salil. I'm an advocate who was practicing in India. I'm here in Germany, Bremen, to do my master's in transnational law. It has been a dream to learn transnational law, especially in this modern world where things are rapidly changing and the commerce, the politics,
Wow.
it's all interesting.
I see. Okay, so I know everyone has that story that when other people listen to, they are always inspired, because at least I know so many people out there are going through, some people are going through rough times in whatever sectors of their life, whether it's financially, whether it's families, so many things. But one thing I know is that at least when someone listens to another person's story of transformation, of how they manage to make it in life, at least they can be inspired. Yeah, so please share with us that moment of transformation, probably that maybe inspired you, that moment where you grew, that where you outshone. Yes.
Throughout my life, I've faced different kinds of struggles, which has led me to transform into the person who I am right now. I believe there hasn't been a single moment that will change my life rapidly. I would rather say that it's a culmination of certain events in my life which transform my life. Yeah. If I want to start with my story, I should start with my first grade. When I was 4 years old. Then I was admitted into the first standard. Usually in India, you need to be 5 years old to be enrolled in first standard. But there was some technical issue. I got admitted way too early. And the problem was I barely spoke my mother tongue, and I was in a different state in India where they don't speak my mother tongue. I didn't know the language which they spoke. So I'm basically someone in this universe where other people can't understand you and you can't communicate. All you could do is cry because you're not comprehending the atmosphere. And childhood was a lot of a struggle because I was an introvert.
Oh yeah, I understand you.
Yeah, and making friends were very difficult for me.
Yeah.
Because when you're not outspoken, people don't tend to understand you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think I understand that whole part of being introverted, because a point reached in my life where I became so more of introverted, like there's so many things I liked to keep personal. And then even when people ask me about something, the first thing that will come in my mind will be, if I tell them, will they even understand? I would rather keep it to myself. Yeah. And then I just the only people that I would talk with and be myself were the people that I have spent so much time with. And then your family. Now when you're with your family there, you are laughing. But when you're out in the crowd, in public, you are so quiet, because you just feel like they'll just not understand me. So let me just keep quiet with my issues. Yeah.
That's true.
So I think that is one thing I really understand. And also I think it's another thing that some people actually really don't get. But my close friends know that I am more introverted, and yet with the people that I know so much, again, I am more extroverted. Yeah. And it's kind of hard to, just trust someone out of the blue. I think that's one of the reasons as to why I keep so many things about myself personal. Yeah.
And so I was this weird kid in the class who used to sit in a corner and just cry. Just cry because he doesn't know how to speak, he cannot communicate, and he was lonely. And I think by the time when I was in fourth standard, uh, I I and my family found out that I was dyslexic. So I had difficulty in learning things. That's another problem. You have worse grades and you cannot communicate with anyone, and it was pretty rough for me.
Yeah.
And I could say that the turning point in my life was a tuition teacher who used to teach me mathematics and science. She used to I she used to come to my home to teach me. Her name was Elizabeth. I still remember her name because she literally changed my life. There are certain people in your life who just comes into your life, and you don't know that this person would be really special, or this person would transform you in such a manner
exactly. They'll leave a special mark on your life, a mark of transformation.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that is...
What this person did was she believed that I could be better.
Wow, wow, wow.
When no one else believes that you could
that
be
is so
something
great.
different,
Yeah.
or no, you're not this, you could be something better.
Wow.
That belief in me changed.
I'm already inspired. I'm already inspired. Wow, that is so great.
Yeah. So the process was very gradual. I started from ABC. Now I'm in fourth grade. Imagine this. I'm learning ABCs and the alphabets, the numbers, the tables, mathematical tables, and how to solve things and how to read English. And it was very difficult for me to read, especially when you're dyslexic. You tend to mix up words. And for two, I used to write TOW because I was convinced that TOW is 2. Yeah. And I would have difficulty in whether I should put I first or E first when you're writing there, or what's the spelling of different. I mean, I still find it difficult to write spellings, but then I have trained myself in a way that I could overcome those things. And by the time when I was in fifth grade, I improved my grades from E to A, not A plus A. So it was still better. My parents were absolutely shocked. Like, how could a kid who scored E from first to fourth score A? So that was interesting. Then I had to move back to my hometown, that is in Kerala, when I was in sixth grade. And I remember my mom sitting beside me in the train, and she was telling me, Shiv, you're going to a new school now, and the people there don't know you, and you can just start a new life. Don't think about what happened in your old school, the person you were. You can be a different person. And now you can choose that, who to be. You can be a weird kid, you can be a smart kid, you can be an extroverted kid, you can be an overachiever, you can be anything you choose to be. So that rang in my head, and I thought, like, yeah, okay.
Oh, and that was your mom.
Yeah, that was my mom.
Wow, that is so sweet.
Yeah. So I just believed that I could do something. I could change myself. I don't want to sit in a corner and cry. And so that's it. I believed in myself and I started working on that. You can't achieve things in a day. It took time.
Yes.
But what I did was I took up challenges. I took up things which other people feared to do.
Wow.
Because I knew one thing which I learned in my childhood is that I was already a failure. So I cannot fail even further. So I can just try it. So I tried doing things which I tried going to the stage, maybe to recite the pledge, or performing dramas, or reciting speeches, which I would never dare to do in my other school because I was considered the weird kid. Here I was trying to explore something new and transform myself. So if you bring my old friends who were my old school and my new friends in my new school and ask them like, tell me about Shiv, they would have two different opinions about Shiv. That's how that person has changed. And by the time I was in 10th standard, I was very good at speaking. I was very good at presenting because I used to constantly challenge myself. People fear making mistakes, and I used to take it as okay, it's my mistake. I would learn from them. Maybe I will grow with them. I still do mistakes, and I believe that doing mistakes and learning from them is the best you can do.
Exactly. That is actually a very inspirational point. Wow.
Yeah. Um, I learned in that manner, and by the time I graduated from 12th standard, and the time when I chose law, because I was very much inspired by my father. He's a lawyer, and he's working for railways, and I have seen him work, and I've seen the authority when he speaks and the knowledge which he possesses. I always strive to be like him one day. Yeah, I'm nowhere close to him. He's a really good lawyer than me. Yeah, yeah, that inspired me to take up law.
Oh.
And all these skills which I've accumulated in my school really helped me in my um, uh, law school, I would say. And I still remember, I think it was second day of law school, and we had a presentation to make, and uh, I did the presentation. Professor came to me and like, this is how we do the presentation.
Wow.
I had an ovation for like 5 minutes.
What?
And he was like, no, you should clap once again for this game. And I was like, oh shit, this is too much. Yeah, I was overwhelmed. And yeah, that's how you know that you have really worked hard and you have achieved something in your life. And honestly, people love to see you fail.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You have made a point. Oh my God. I think it's one of the reasons I even some of the goals I just keep quiet. Like people just see them when they have already come to pass, because I'll be like, now if I share my goals with some people, they will start praying that it doesn't go through. It's really good to keep, pressing on, because when you give up, remember there are people ready to laugh at you.
Yeah, I just kept trying to improve myself, and I believe teachers in my life have played a really important role.
Wow.
Yeah, like I mentioned, Elizabeth teacher, who was the first step towards my transformation. Then had Indra Miss, who was my teacher in school, who inspired me to take up science.
Wow.
And the way she taught us science was so inspiring that I just delved into it. It was like I was not learning things but understanding things. And I was not by hearting anything. I just wanted to know more. The urge to learn came from that inspiration to know more. The curiosity was imbibed in me by Indra Miss. And then I had my professors in law school. There were many. Um, there was Anu ma'am, there was Archana ma'am, and they were there was Girish cases who were really good at what they were doing, and what they believed is that you have to teach children how to learn, not just put information into their heads. It's about how to understand. It's about how can you learn something, how to study. The how factor is important than the data which is available. Because once you learn how to study, then it's easier because anyone can study. And the process in which how you need to articulate things in your examination or when you're making a presentation, how to make it clear and how to be precise and concise. These concepts are much necessary in my field, that is law, and they have done a very good part. So I would say that my professor, I was very lucky on that behalf that I had beautiful professors and teachers who inspired me. So yeah, so that's there. And I would say that the reason why I took transnational law for my master's is because um, there was this subject in my bachelor's called environmental law, and Professor Girish Casey and my peers, we were discussing about the effects of pollution, and we were brainstorming of what are the reasons why we are not able to stop pollution. And we were trying, we were saying that there's government regulations and the governments are not working efficiently, people are not proactive. But then professor pointed out, okay, these are all valid points, but you're missing out the main point. Pollution is transnational. It's not a country-based. Yeah, it's not a country-based problem. It transcends the boundaries. That's when he told that for transnational problems, you need cooperation of different countries. That's why transnational law is important.
Wow.
Even though many people call international laws and transnational laws as soft laws because they have no sovereign authority to authorize it, but then it's still really important because of this transnational issues which we are facing. And yeah, so this moment led me to take up transnational law and study the concepts and its dimensions. And in my first semester, I really thoroughly enjoyed all the problems which and now I'm very confident. Yeah, especially. And one thing which I would like to tell the audience is that no matter how hard your life is, have a close net of people who are there to support you, who believe in you, and who want to see you grow. Because that is necessary. Because there would be times where you will feel low, and you will feel that everything is going against you. But then these few people would really motivate you to go further in life. I think that is all you need to succeed.
Wow, guys. I am so inspired. This is inspirational. This is so great. I think at least even me, I've been learning. I've also learned really that where you are today is actually not where you're going to be tomorrow. It's not good to just give up on yourself that early because you don't know what tomorrow holds. It may actually be something better tomorrow, and if you give up right now, like there are so many things that you're going to either miss out. And then also challenges can also be like opportunities for growth. Challenges come and go, they're not there to stay. Like from your story of transformation from that's sort of how you explained from childhood and then someone believing in you, then from there you advance. Like it's such a very big transformation. And I think one thing I'd really also add to people out there is I really hope you've picked out whatever you could be going through right now. Just stick to the positive people. Speak to the positive people around you, those people that encourage you, because honestly, with all what you're going through, I don't think the least you need is again negative energy to shatter you down the more. So you want to keep the energy positive, keep believing in yourself, and yeah, things will get better. And with that said, Please help me appreciate our guest for that transformative story. I am so blessed. I've actually learned. Every time I used to come here, we learn together. We are learning together. Yes. Please stay tuned for our next video. Bye.